True crime story. Have you ever received a text message that changed everything? For 19-year-old Emily Carter, one simple message would become the last communication anyone would ever receive from her. And what investigators discovered afterward would shock an entire community. This is the disturbing story of a young woman who disappeared without a trace, and the chilling mystery that remains unsolved to this day. Before we begin, make sure to subscribe and turn on notifications for more true crime stories. Now, let's dive into today's case. It was a warm Friday evening in June. Emily Carter was a bright college student, known for her kindness and cheerful personality. She lived with her parents in a quiet suburban neighborhood and had plans to spend the evening with friends. Nothing about that day seemed unusual. She attended her classes, exchanged messages with her best friend, and even stopped by a local coffee shop before heading home. According to her family, Emily appeared completely normal. She laughed during dinner. She talked about her future. She even discussed plans for an upcoming vacation. Nobody could have imagined that within hours, she would be gone. At approximately 8:47 p.m., Emily received a text message. Witnesses later reported seeing her check her phone and suddenly become quiet. She stood up from the couch and walked to her room. Several minutes later, she emerged wearing a jacket and carrying her car keys. When her mother asked where she was going, Emily simply replied, "I'll be back soon." Those would be the last words her family ever heard from her. Security cameras captured Emily leaving her neighborhood at 9:03 p.m. Her vehicle was seen traveling toward a remote area located several miles outside town. Then the trail went cold. At midnight, her parents became concerned. Emily never returned home. Calls went straight to voicemail. Text messages went unanswered. Friends had no idea where she was. The following morning, her family reported her missing. A massive search operation began. Police officers, volunteers, and search teams spent days combing through forests, roads, and abandoned properties. But there was no sign of Emily. Then investigators discovered something unsettling. Emily's phone records showed that the mysterious text message she received before leaving home had come from an unregistered prepaid phone. The number could not be traced. Even more disturbing, the device had only been active for a few hours before disappearing forever. Who sent the message, and why did it cause Emily to leave so suddenly? Police desperately needed answers. Several days later, a breakthrough finally came. A farmer discovered Emily's abandoned vehicle near an isolated dirt road. The car was locked. Her purse remained inside. Her wallet was untouched. There were no signs of a struggle. No fingerprints other than Emily's. No evidence indicating what happened after she arrived. It was as if she had simply vanished into thin air. Search teams immediately focused on the surrounding area. Drones flew overhead. Tracking dogs searched nearby woods. Investigators examined every inch of the terrain. Still nothing. No footprints. No clothing. No personal belongings. Nothing. The mystery only deepened. As news coverage spread, rumors began circulating throughout the community. Some believed Emily had arranged a secret meeting. Others suspected she may have been lured into a trap. Investigators uncovered several individuals connected to her life, but none provided solid leads. Then came a shocking revelation. Detectives learned that Emily had recently mentioned feeling uncomfortable about someone who seemed to be watching her. She never revealed the person's identity. Friends recalled conversations in which she described seeing the same unfamiliar vehicle near her campus multiple times. At first, she dismissed it, but over time, she grew increasingly concerned. Was someone stalking her? Could that person have been responsible for the mysterious message? Police could not rule it out, yet there was still no evidence linking anyone directly to her disappearance. Months passed. The investigation stalled. Leads dried up. Public attention began to fade. For Emily's family, however, the nightmare never ended. Every phone call brought hope. Every reported sighting reignited the possibility that she might still be alive. Most of those reports turned out to be false alarms. Then, nearly 1 year later, another strange development occurred. An anonymous letter arrived at the police department. The letter contained details about Emily's disappearance that had never been released to the public. Investigators immediately treated it as a potential breakthrough. Handwriting experts examined the document. Forensic specialists searched for DNA. Unfortunately, the letter provided more questions than answers. No usable fingerprints were found. The DNA results were inconclusive. The sender was never identified. And once again, the investigation reached a dead end. Today, Emily Carter's disappearance remains one of the most baffling mysteries in the region. No arrests have been made. No suspect has ever been officially named. And nobody knows what happened after she drove down that lonely road on a summer night. Did she willingly meet someone she trusted? Was she targeted by a stranger? Or is there a piece of evidence still waiting to be discovered? Her family continues to search for answers, and investigators continue to hope that someone, somewhere, knows the truth. Because in many cases, the smallest detail can solve the biggest mystery. And until that day comes, the story of Emily Carter remains an unsettling reminder that sometimes people can disappear without a trace. What do you think happened to Emily? Share your theory in the comments below. If you enjoyed this true crime story, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications for more mysteries and unsolved cases. Thanks for watching. And remember, sometimes the scariest stories are the ones that are true.